All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Saturday night live stream. How is everyone doing today? Thanks for joining us here on our live stream. If you guys have any questions, make sure you leave them in the live chat, and someone will read it and read it back to us. First of all, I'd like to state that I am not, in fact, ChumpchagedXD, as handsome as I am. ChumpchagedXD is much more handsome than me. I have seen him. The mythical ChumpchagedXD.
I do exist.
He does exist. He actually does. I was quite surprised. Anyways, he is much more handsome than me. If you had him next to me, there would be absolutely no way to get us confused because much more pretty, much not. So, today we got a great show for you guys. We got everything from EIP 1559 counters to RPM resending his not 51% attack, Nicehash Vs Phoenix miner, and of course we have some fried electronics and some burnt electronics that unfortunately happened to one of our members. So, going right into it. For those of you that do not know, EIP 1559 is a proposal that has been approved and accepted, and it is being implemented, well, at least at this time. What it will do, it will burn the fees and lower the reward and cause a bunch of other issues for us miners. Why do they do this? Well, the theory is that the network will get less congested and the fees will be lower. But remember, it does not burn the gas fees or lower the gas fees. Instead, it does some other magic with them. So in my opinion, I'm not sure what it does. Now, the counter is kind of being hosted by Bitsby Tripping, or he's part of it. I'm not exactly sure. But the counter is EIP 3368. Now, what's interesting about this is the reason why RPM is resending his educational collection of hash rate is that it can hurt the efforts of 3368. Now, what is 3368? 3368 is essentially this. The block reward will go to 3 and drop by 0.25 per quarter over 2 years until it goes to 1 Ethereum. The reason for this is it allows for an easier transition to ETH 2.0, and it doesn't cause a shock to the system, which can create a bunch of other issues. Now, it hasn't been approved or accepted yet, but they are proposing it. It's a proposal. So if you guys want, go look it up. It's called EIP 3368. It's going to be better for us miners. It's taking a bad situation and making it a little bit better. It's kind of like a cross bridge, kind of an in-between the two extremes, but it is better for us as miners. So I'm just going to look at some of the notes here from the proposal of that. So again, like I said, over 2 years, it would lower it back down to 1 ETH per block. It would raise it to 3 ETH per block to begin with, and every quarter afterwards, it'll lower it by 0.25. Now, it is going to be, so it's going to be talked about or presented at the All Core Devs meeting, and Bitsby Tripping is going to be talking about it there. It is the counter proposal to EIP 1559, which we all hate as miners. EIP 1559 kind of centralizes the network, in my opinion. It's not great because that's the whole point, guys. It's supposed to be decentralized. So we don't want that, but it's going to happen. So we're trying to propose a EIP 3368 to try to counteract that. Now, I'm going to open this conversation, this topic up to the other people in chat. I'm going to do a quick roll call. Today we got here with us the one and only Crypto Shaped. He is actually shaped like a Bitcoin, whatever that shape is. We got ChumpchagedXD on the line. You guys all know who he is.
Yes,
we got the great, the one, the only Great Baldini on the line. He is the inventor of the GPU hanger clips, the Racco rig system. We got the one and only Mad Electron Engineering Rick. He is one smart cookie. He makes all sorts of cool things. He's got a nice YouTube channel. You guys should check him out as well. We also apparently have Rondi on the line, which is, that's the guy you call when you know, like, you're broken down in the middle of nowhere at 2 a.m. That guy will come and drive 6 hours to come help you out. All right, that is the best. He's got the biggest heart. And
thank you for the introduction.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. You're welcome. And we also have Teaspoon Miner on the line here as well. Teaspoon Miner is also one of the founders, and we are the mining misfits for those that did not know. All right, so I'm just going to open this up. Yeah, there you are, man. Nice to hear from you.
I forgot what your
Wasn't
voice
sure if you're
sounded
gonna
like.
make it.
Thank you.
All right.
Dude, I wouldn't miss this.
Yeah, awesome, man. So I'm going to open up the questions. I'm going to open up the conversation about EIP 1559 and the counter 3368 to our panel here. Then we're going to go to your questions from the chat. So did anyone want to chime in on the EIP 3368 proposal?
Crickets.
Wow.
Honestly, yeah, exactly. The only thing I can really think of is...
Wait, hold on. Who's talking? I don't know who's talking. Who is this?
Oh, you can't see the little green thing around? No, it's
I can't,
Mad
though.
Electron Engineering.
Again,
Oh, hey,
against
how
that
you
light
doing?
blue background.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see.
Yeah. The only thing I can see beneficial with the new, what is it, whatever number it is
3368, baby.
36. Yeah, too many numbers. It's a nice gradual step down, so it takes the sting out of losing revenue over a longer period of time and allows the network and everyone else to adjust slowly. Whereas 1559 was a very abrupt change, and that's what's got everyone up in a row, at least in the mining community. So,
Right.
I think it's good in the long term in that aspect. Whether it's good on everything else, I can't comment.
I agree. I mean, overall, it basically, instead of ripping off the Band-Aid or ripping off the duct tape off the Stockholm Syndrome thing going on with, Mr. Vitalik and all that, instead of ripping it off, they're just slowly peeling it. And just like a peel off the graphics card, you just do it slowly, Makes it feel a lot better, apparently. So that's what it is. Did anyone else have anything they want to say about this wonderful proposal by Brits, but kind of also collaborated with Bitsby at Tripping?
Yeah, it's Great Baldini, by the way.
Hey, Mr. Baldini.
I mean, we've invested our hard-earned money in our mining rigs, and, Ethereum was where it was at. That's where everybody was making their profits. And, you get, so to speak, the rug pulled out and they're packing up and moving somewhere else. But, the miners are the ones that secured that network, and they should at least work with everybody instead of all this clashing and just, work something out so everybody's happy. Obviously, we know 2.0 is coming. We're not going to have, Ethereum mining in a year or two. Let's ease into it, and it's just, put the swords away. That's my opinion.
Right.
Yeah, can we all get along? I'm not trying to pull a Rodney King here, but yeah, literally, can we just get along and not fight each other?
I mean, it makes sense.
Agree on certain points and come to a consensus instead of, being polarized and being on one side or the other. Yeah, so that is EIP 3368. Guys, go Google it, go check it out, retweet the tweet from Bitsby Tripping and all that. It's pretty cool. It's definitely a heck of a lot better than 1559, as certain YouTubers like to call it, IP 1559. IP. All right. Moving on to our next. Actually, before we move on, let's answer some questions from the chat if there are any.
Let me say, sorry, I'm trying to do other stuff.
Barry from chat also brought up 969, which is getting rid of ASICs.
Yes. I didn't put that into the doc because I don't know much about it. But
I didn't even hear about it yet.
Essentially, they're going to do something to make ASICs. So ASICs, if you guys don't know, are application-specific integrated circuits. In other words, they're computer chips that are designed to do one type of calculation. They can't be programmed to do anything else, or if they can, they're not very, very efficient. They're horrible. They're really, really good at doing that one thing. Now, the problem with that is when the algorithm or something changes with it, they become bricks. Very nice, expensive bricks. So the benefit of having a GPU, I, for one, am a GPU miner. I do not have any ASICs myself. I don't plan on getting any, so I may be slightly biased. But the benefit of a GPU is that it can do almost anything. It is much more flexible and can mine almost any coin, but at the cost of efficiency. So that proposal will brick ASICs on the Ethereum network, which in my opinion is good because it will decentralize it more. The hash rate will be spread out more, but it might piss off a lot of people that already have ASICs right now. Because if you guys remember, when Ethereum came out a couple of years ago and they made some changes, it was supposed to be ASIC resistant. And as we all know, it became ASIC less happy for a while. Then it became an ASIC mine coin. Kind of like what happened to Bitcoin. It is an ASIC coin nowadays, in my opinion. So yeah, that is a very good point. Do we had any questions from the live chat yet?
Not that I see.
Don't have any questions yet.
Okay.
If anybody has questions, feel free to just drop it in the live chat, and we will get to you as soon as possible.
If you have any questions or comments, concerns, things like that, just drop it into the live chat, and we and the round table will answer it because we have so much knowledge. Moving on to the next subject. Nicehash versus Phoenix Miner. I just made that up. It's not actually a thing. There's no verses here, theoretically.
It's just a complete mess.
Just a complete mess. So I'm just going to give you guys a quick summary of what happened for those of you that don't know. So essentially, on March 7th of this year, so very recently, Mega decided to delete or disable or get rid of a lot of cryptocurrency mining program downloads due to violation of a TOS or terms of service. Now, there's some rumor and speculation that there might have been, let's say, interested parties that might have told Mega to disable certain things. We don't know. Most of that's unsubstantiated, but we're going to stick to the facts. So on March 7th, Mega deleted, disabled, whatever, got rid of a lot of mining programs, including Phoenix Miner. When this happened, Nicehash decided to release a statement saying that it's very likely that Phoenix Miner has been compromised. If you downloaded these versions, blah, 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 make sure you do the checksum. And at the very end of this very long document, there was an alternative. It says, but use this miner that Nicehash has made because we know this is safe. So, I don't know about you guys, but if I came up to you and I told you to not use this, but to use this, and this just happened to be made by someone that is indirectly my competitor, I don't know, guys. There's a term in business we call follow the money. It's a little bit suspicious, right? So
100%. Totally
just
agree.
a little bit, right? I mean, being that Nicehash did have some, let's say, they have a colorful past, but they did fix it eventually, but it doesn't really help this situation. So on March 7th, that happened. The Nicehash decided to release that statement, which, if you read that statement, it's a couple of pages long, and it's quite concerning if you read it. Like, it's very well written. I give them props for writing that. It was very informative, very well written. Most of it was factual. In fact, I actually don't know of anything in there that's not factual. They pretty much stuck to the truth. But during this time, Nicehash and Phoenix Miner were actually in email communication. So, I mean, there's a lot of opinions out there what happened exactly next, but this is the facts. So, Phoenix Miner, the developers are anonymous for reasons you could go read up on. I'm not going to get into that. But they did respond on the Bitcoin forum, and they actually initiated a transfer of Ethereum of a very specific number. It was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or something. They initiated transfer of Ethereum from their developer's account to a different account to prove that they haven't been hacked yet. They said what they were going to do before they initiated the transaction. And that proved that, okay, they're not compromised. The Bitcoin Talk forum has not been compromised. Excuse me. So, basically, they proved that they haven't been compromised, that they are still there, and they developed a response, and they actually published some of their emails, removing all doxing information, of course, between them and Nicehash. It is actually on the Bitcoin Talk forum under Phoenix Miner 5.5C, I believe. Yeah, so it is page 418 if you guys go to that. And it shows a whole timeline, all the details and everything. Now, Nicehash actually... Nicehash, my apologies, actually has gone as far as to release kind of a document slash kind of official statement saying they're going to take legal action. They in fact said they're going to take legal action against certain people and certain individuals on RPM's Discord. I'm not going to name names, but certain people that are more prominent in that Discord. Now, they have since changed their statement and since changed their Reddit post a little bit, but that is the story in a nutshell. Mega got rid of a bunch of mining programs. Nicehash may or may not have allegedly saw an opportunity to tell people not to use Phoenix Miner and instead use this different miner that they made. Phoenix Miner responded saying, okay, hold up, what's going on? And they, proven that they haven't been compromised because they did that weirdo transaction of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Ethereum. And now we are back to normal. Now, you might ask, okay, so TekShinji, is Phoenix Miner a virus or all that? Always verify your download with the checksum. There's a lot of clear instructions on how to do that, and that's very important. You should definitely do that. I do that on all my downloads except the last one because I was just looking at it. But I do recommend you check that. As long as you check that, you're probably okay. It doesn't tell you if the program software has been messed with, but it does tell you that the download zip file is the correct one. So yeah, that's the story in a nutshell. I'm going to open this up to the round table here, see if anybody wanted to comment on this subject. Don't everyone talk at once now.
I chimed in on the last two.
All right. Did anyone want to go? Just blurt it out.
I think I'm good, man. That was a perfect summary of all that.
Yeah,
But
I didn't add anything to that.
Yeah,
I just don't use Nicehack anymore, so that's my opinion.
I used to use Nicehash. My apologies. I used to use Nicehash. On my computer for CPU mining, but I have since removed all Nicehash software from all of my systems. Now, again, guys, this should go without saying, but not financial advice, not legal advice. In fact, none advice of like kind at all. This is just me telling you my personal opinion. This is not representative of Misfits Mining or our Discord or any of the members in it. This is coming from me personally, guys, okay?
Correct.
So I can't stress that enough. That is my opinion, is my conclusion. Do your own research. Do your own research on everything. Make sure you look it up because I could be being paid by Nicehash to tell you this or Phoenix Miner to tell you this. So you'll never know because my fat bank account will never be publicly revealed. Now,
Mastermind actually asked what some options are if you're not going to go with Nicehash, I assume. I personally use BetterHash just for
it's better, right?
Yeah, I guess, pun intended. So, I mean, I use that for auto switch profitability, whatever, to Bitcoin, but I don't know about anybody else what you guys use or what you would use besides Nicehash.
What kind of automated miners do people use here?
Baldini and
I've only been mining for what? So, but I've done all direct mining through HiveOS. Honestly, if you're inclined and you already know how Nicehash works, they're basically a middleman. So, if you want to take the opportunity, now is a good time to do your own research and learn how to do direct mining. Download Phoenix or Team Red Miner or whichever mining program you want to use. Set yourself up with the pool you want to go with and just direct go through because this is also going to increase your profits because you won't be giving off a small share. Yeah, you will not be giving a small share of that to that middleman. So, honestly, if you're inclined to, this is the perfect opportunity to learn how to direct mine.
Yep.
This is guys, it's kind of scary. Yeah, I get it. You see this command prompt looking thing, it's kind of confusing, but trust me, if I could figure it out, you guys can figure it out. All right? It is kind of daunting at first, but take time. In fact, okay, his name, Mining Chamber, great guy, awesome guy. Mining Chamber made a video on how to go from, it's a full guide from nothing to fully operational on Phoenix Miner, including command arguments and everything. Really great guy, great YouTube, great channel. He has a lot of guides on how to do that. So he actually released another one about NB Miner too. So yeah, that is an alternative you guys can
Also,
use.
Awesome Miner is also an alternative, but you know, it's through Windows, and I know that, you know, mining through Windows, you lose some of that precious hash rate, and you know, it's up to you, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, there's a question of should I mine on an OS or Windows. I personally use Windows. A lot of people here use Hive OS. Hive OS is probably the better choice. I use Windows because I'm stubborn. One day I'll switch over completely, I guess, but I do have it on a flash drive, and I just got to do the next step. So yeah, that is the story with Nicehash. So take it for what it's worth, guys. Do your own research and make sure you check it out, but be aware that these mining companies may or may not always be what they say they are. Just remember, they're here for the money. Sorry, but the mission statement literally is make money. All right? So, I mean, not literally, but figuratively, it is to make money. They're not here for any other reason. If they weren't getting paid, they wouldn't be doing this. So, there's no, like, charity type effect here. So, Chump Change.
What's up, buddy?
Actually, before you ask him that, let me hit up one comment or one question that's in the
yeah, sure, please do.
Life and Resell's asking how loud or how many decibels the 1200 watt server power supply puts out. The thing is, it's kind of hard to quantify this for the fact that if you're going by decibels, you don't know how far away you're talking about. Now, if you want to talk about how loud it is, there's a few things you got to keep in mind. With the 1200 watt power supply, it can run on either residential 120 volts that's in any outlet, or you can also run it off of 240 volts. And it also depends upon how much of a load you have on this power supply. In my experience, if you're running it on 120 volts, anything below about a 700 watt draw on it, the power supply is quiet. You can basically work next to it. It's not a big deal. Anything over that, and it's going to start spinning up that little 40 millimeter fan, it will turn into a little jet engine. Now, when you go to 240 volts, that little jet engine stays delayed till around 850 watts, at which point then it's going to need to ramp up that little jet engine to get rid of the heat inside the power supply. So running it on 240, it's not only quieter, but it's also a little bit more efficient because it's not generating as much heat. However, it does it inside. But that's about as general as I can get with it because I don't have a decibel meter, and yeah.
It's also temperature based too, right?
Oh yeah, I'm sure if your ambient temperature is higher in the room, it's going to have to ramp up sooner. I mean, I'm in a basement with mine, and it's constantly 68 degrees down here, Fahrenheit.
Nice.
All right.
So that was Matt Electron Engineering. I am dropping a link to his YouTube in the chat.
Awesome guy, guys. He made this like capacitor battery for his car, and that was just like, wow. You know, how come I can't do that, man? I'm just so stupid.
Well, we have to be a certain kind of smart for that stuff, so we'll just leave it to him, I guess.
Yeah, he's on a whole nother level, guys. He's awesome. Go subscribe to his YouTube channel. He's pretty cool.
It's also a dash of crazy, but we'll go into that later.
Oh, I mean, that was a given. I mean, that was automatically assumed. I'm only crazy people put capacitors in the car for batteries.
Sure.
All right, so let's talk about this.
So Chump Change, how you doing? Man? How you been?
Good. New house is great. Internet's back. You know,
nice having the internet back again, right? No more hotspot nonsense.
It is. Yeah, that was miserable. But what are you gonna do? You know, can only do with what you got.
Hey, you know, the far as I can tell, man, we should just pretend to have problems to stream every week. That way, RPM joins us.
Absolutely. Why not? You know, it's worth it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so I heard you had some issues a little earlier in the week here.
Yeah.
Like you were trying to You're trying to do
So,
something, and then there was
yeah.
a big flash, and then you were sad.
So I was trying to hook up one of those new game changer server PSU motherboards, like the
The
all-in-one.
ZSX board, right?
Yeah, and the wire that comes with it was plugged into the Molex closest to the point where it plugs into the server PSU. So I assumed that that was the one I could use for the motherboard on the H110 Pro BTC Plus. And apparently that's a no-go. You cannot use that. So I ended up frying this board. Not only one, I fried two because I'm an ass and I did not think that there was something that I was doing wrong.
Oh, it couldn't be you. No,
Well, the
that's
thing
not
that threw me
possible.
off was the fact that it was plugged in to it when I received it. So I didn't assume that it was supposed to be not used for power. You know what I mean? So that's what kind of threw me off. But whatever. I spoke to Matt Electron, and he ended up explaining how these work. There is one labeled SATA, and the other one just says J18. It's not specified in any way. But apparently it's, what is it to do? It's supposed to link to another PSU. Is that the?
It's
or another
basically a
board?
way to start another one.
Yeah, exactly. It's basically a remote control for another power supply, so this way they turn on and off in tandem.
Okay, so basically what I did was I backfed power and shorted out one of the little circuits on the board. Or
Power's not
capacitor,
supposed to
whatever
go
they
that
are.
way, right?
Yeah, I guess it
No.
went backwards.
Direct 12 volts.
Yeah, I guess so. Damn
I guess it couldn't handle it.
Miserable. Yeah, so it sucks, but you know what? At least I know the issue now, and obviously I won't be doing that again. But it does suck that it that's how it came, and it just, without having any info on it, it just kind of, I assumed, and obviously you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, I mean, so I think I heard a tip saying that the power generally always goes into the one closest to the voltage display. Is that right, Matt Electron?
Yep, that's right. Yeah, that's the one that's actually marked SATA. But the printing on the circuit board is kind of small. They probably should make it a little bit bigger. And I love the product. It works great in my rig, but they do need to work on the documentation and possibly actually taping off that second Molex connector when they ship
Right.
it, just for security reasons, so someone doesn't accidentally do this.
Or just like, even
Yep,
give a
yep.
piece of paper saying like, this is what this one is. You know what I mean? Like, just tape it over it, like you were saying.
Yeah, put like some red
You
tape
know.
over it with a label saying, "Do
Right.
not put power into this stupid."
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Right.
It'll get people's
man.
attention, right?
Yeah, it's pretty miserable. So it sucks, but you know what? I have another one, so I'm going to use it, and hopefully
At
that
least
one
you, at
won't
least
have
you
any
didn't go to the
issues.
third one.
Oh man, no. Well, after the second one, I was like, all right, I definitely did something wrong. And
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
I'm glad they were cheap enough. Like, it wasn't that expensive, but
Oh yeah,
it sucks that they are not available. That's the problem.
just
So-
like
The
a
thing is,
GPU
I'm kind
right
of wondering, now that you blew it up, if you can't get that replaced, you might actually still be able to use that board just for the PCIe 6 pins on there, because those are directly connected into the power supply. The other half of that board is basically a built-on Pico PSU. That part is
Right.
dead now because you blew out a few of the MOSFETs on it. So it might not be a complete loss, but I don't know. You have to see how Parallel Miner handles this.
Actually, I think I just heard him say, "Send it to me and I'll fix it for you." Is that what I heard you say?
He did hear. He did
I think
say
I just
that.
heard that. Am I hearing things here?
I would love to fix it for him. The only thing is, as Chump Change has already found out too, to save their IP, their intellectual property, from being copied too fast, a few of the chips have been etched off the top so you can't get
Yeah.
the part number off of them.
Hmm.
Now,
Right.
for me looking online real quick, I can see schematics for a Pico PSU, and it looks like it's just a few MOSFETs that he blew. But without knowing the exact model he used it's going to be shooting in the dark, basically, to find the right MOSFET, fix it, and not have it blow up again in the process.
Right.
Yeah, it's generally not something you want to do, right?
Not particularly. It was bad enough the first time.
Yeah, I can't imagine how much more damage it would cause. I mean,
Yeah,
I guess
it's
it's already
not-
broke, so it can't break it anymore, right?
Oh,
I
you are
guess.
so wrong.
That theory doesn't work here? Okay.
Yeah, I'll try that actually. I'll try to see if the left side of the board works. All the 6 pins.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah,
Worth a
you
shot,
might be
why
able
not?
to get away just not hitting the button and just have the 12-volt PCIe still working. I'd have to look at my board, but it's kind of knee deep in my rig right now.
Right. Yeah, no worries, man. But yeah, it was definitely an unfortunate.
No, honestly,
incident.
I'll contact Parallel Miner first and see if they can help you on this first, and then we'll go from there.
Definitely will, for sure.
Yeah, I'll
Like,
see
hey.
what they say.
I'm a doofus and I did this. What can you do?
Well, like I said, the thing that threw me off was the wire was plugged into it. Like, why would they plug the friggin' wire into that spot? You know what I mean? Like, just throw it in next to it, so I would do it by myself. But it was literally plugged in. So
Yeah,
whatever.
now see, that was an honest mistake for you. It was probably also an honest mistake for whoever packaged it too, and they accidentally plugged
right.
into the wrong port before they threw it in the box. So
Right.
honestly, I think they just need to work on their QC just a little bit more, and
Oh,
put a piece of
definitely.
tape or a notice over that second Molex connector, because what ChumpchagedXD actually did, he took that Molex connector from the circuit board and plugged it into the Molex connector on his motherboard, and that's how he backfed the power.
Right.
Oh, I see.
Because
And
yeah.
yeah,
So there's two spots, two Molex spots on the H110 that you have to power to get the whole chain of PCIe express slots or whatever to work. So
correct.
I fed one normally, and then the second one was just a big old go F yourself. And it shut right down.
It's like, hey, look, path of least resistance. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you get a video on that?
So I think I have the video still. My
Oh no, that's gonna be a video, man. You gotta.
Trust me. I want to post it. I have to look to see if it's still on my GoPro because I had one SD card do that stupid format BS, and I don't know. I don't know if it was that one. I think it was a 3D printer one, but I can't remember, to be honest. So I gotta look.
So Change, some people are asking if you can post a picture of it. Do you have
Oh damn it! I just put the backpack on it. Give me 1 second. I'll take it off. I literally was just looking because it is fried. You can see it, but it's
Post
fried in
it
a couple
with
different
pics, too.
spots.
Oh wait, don't we have pics of it?
I'll just pull up the camera, man.
There's a pic
Hang on a second.
somewhere.
All right.
Yeah, I remember. Where was that posted in the other room? That's secret that no one else can know about.
I have no idea. I
I'm
don't
looking.
know.
So I'm
Oh,
just
no,
gonna
I
keyword
put-
search.
I put that
Am I
in.
stupid?
Let me Google that for you.
Oh my god, that actually worked.
Because I wrote that. Where is it?
Oh
Where-
wait, that was something else about you asking if you're stupid.
Is it in VIP?
What? Yeah, I think that's where you posted it, right?
I think so.
Are you saying this is a recurring event?
Whoa. I'm looking. I'm going back in time here. That was what, a couple weeks ago, or just that wasn't that long ago,
No,
right?
it was Monday. I lied. Maybe it was Monday. I think it was Monday.
But what's funny is now you can actually look at the picture that Parallel Miner puts on their website, and they show the top-down view of the ZSX. And even on that, they made sure that those chips had the tops of them scraped off so you can't see the part number.
Right.
Oh wow, they really
But
don't want you to
the
know.
top-down, you can actually see the SATA printed on the circuit board, but they use the same size font for all the different designations, all the different plugs. That one needs to be significantly bigger.
Sorry guys, I am just focusing all my energy on finding these photos of someone allegedly burning some electronics.
There's nothing alleged about it.
Oh yeah, it's fried. It's fried. All right, I'm gonna pull up the video feed of the 3D printer.
The only other critique I would do with these ZSX boards, which I wish they did in the design, was they have it set so it just sticks out the back of the server power supply. It'd be great if they designed it somehow that it actually folds over and sits on top of the power supply. It makes it a more compact unit, and that would be
Oh
great. It
yeah,
would fit
that would
in
be
the
kind
more
of cool.
break even better. to try to retrofit that would be a pain in the butt, so I'm not even going to bother trying. But it would be great for another revision if they can somehow figure out how to make that connector 290 degrees and make it sit on top of the power supply. That'll be perfect.
Yeah, make it like put like a 90-degree riser or something on it.
What's on the bottom of that board to protect it?
It's a piece of plexiglass.
They actually put a four SANDals and then a 1/4-inch piece of acrylic to protect it from porting out on anything.
Found it.
So yeah, having to flip back over and sitting on top of the power supply, it would still be completely insulated.
Okay, Chump Change, I pinned it, so you can go to the VIP room. It is pinned, and you can pull those pictures from there.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm taking the back off.
Yep.
I'm gonna post this. But yeah, so I want to show. I kind of want to explain to everybody, like, so they don't do it themselves. If anyone buys these, is that?
So while Chump Change is doing that, we're gonna talk a little bit about the future. So, I want to know, guys, for those of you that are watching the live stream, what are your plans because of EIP 1559, Ethereum 2.0, all these uncertainties in the future? What are you guys going to do with your mining rigs? Are you going to sell them at the top of the market, like right now? Are you going to hodl and hold on to them? Are you going to give it to a friend, a friend? Or what's your plans on it? I want to know. Go ahead, tell me in the live chat there. While I got that question out.
To let Chump Change do mine because I have to mine whatever he mines. Whatever he chooses, I have to mine.
All right.
I don't get a choice on that.
That's not fair.
Life isn't fair, right?
Life's not fair. I learned
So Pocket Change, while you're here, I got a little question for you.
What's up, buddy?
So I was in DCA Adventures DCA Adventures live stream last night. I just happened to drop in because they're talking about maple water cooling a mining rig, totally normal stuff. And I was just like, oh hey, water cooling. I heard that you guys using maple syrup. I heard, is that Canadian stuff? Blah blah blah. One thing led to another. Obviously, it led to this thing called chocolate-covered crotch crickets.
Oh, Jesus.
So I suppose they were like, yeah, these chocolate-covered crotch crickets, they're the best, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, hey.
Doesn't sound good.
I mean, like, if they were chocolate-covered crickets, I would eat them. But what are crotch crickets? And they proceeded to explain to me exactly what they are, and I still didn't get it. But anyways, so why don't you tell me about that? Where did these crotch crickets come from? Especially the chocolate-covered ones.
Oh, jeez. Well, I was listening to a DCA live stream one Friday, and I was trying to eat, and one of them brought up chocolate-covered crotch critters, and it turned into crickets, and I said, note to self, do not eat during a DCA live stream. On Friday.
Interesting,
Fridays
interesting.
They get crazy.
So it started as chocolate-covered crotch critters.
Critters, yeah, it was critters. Now it's crickets, and they actually made a shirt for it.
Can I get one of those?
Yeah, where can we get that?
I'm not sure if I want that kind of swag right now.
Doge Lord, drop your apparel link.
What was funny was, apparently this conversation went on in the DCA Ventures chat, and also apparently they came up with this elaborate idea that there would be like a limited edition or something, would be 1 through 6, and all 6 of us would wear one, and we'd all go stand through 1 through 6 in the front of the line at Micro Center, so we could identify each other who's a miner who's not, because nobody knows what crotch crickets are. Apparently that was the thing. I don't know. It was like a small subject. So
I'm wondering if they would even let you in the store.
I mean, if you look at the shirt, it's kind of weird. Like, you look at it like, what is this? It's not even like, you're just confused. It just doesn't compute. Like the droid, it's like, what? Coruscant does not compute. That your brain crashes. It's like, what is this?
If someone
Especially
wants
for people who
to,
camped out there at 12 o'clock the night before.
if someone wants to give Doge Lord mod status, he can drop a link to the shirt so others can see it.
Doge
you can't
Lord,
put.
the one
You
making
can't
the
put.
shirt?
Give me a second.
Yeah, so Doge Lord is actually
in YouTube.
somehow related to DCA Adventures, and Doge Lord is like the clothing.
There you
they
go,
make
buddy.
clothing and swag for the cryptocurrency, crypto mining YouTubers, and it's pretty cool stuff. Doge Lord apparel, yes. But hey, guys, we do not endorse Crotch Crickets. Okay, we do not. If you do have Crotch Crickets, make sure you do not go to WebMD. Go directly to your local medical doctor. Okay.
Or pharmacy.
Only
At least
they
get
are
something over the
approved to
counter.
take care of your Crotch Crickets, especially if they're covered in chocolate. Because trust me, that may not be chocolate.
For the record, I do not have Crotch Crickets.
Oh, good. I was gonna ask whether you tested. I was confused.
Consume responsibly.
All right.
Just say no to Crotch Crickets. So, by the way, just a little thing, guys. If you do go to that link that's been posted, you see the two like looking at each other, and like she's like, "You say Crotch Crickets are cruel," and the guy's like, "Yeah, they are." It's so funny. It's pretty funny. Remember, just say no.
Oh man, it's hysterical. All right, I have to pull up.
I have to get one of those shirts and just videotape people's reactions on the street as we walk down.
Yes.
I mean, it's just like, what the hell are those? I mean, they're not even chocolate covered, man. Not like even half of it. So, why would I even get that?
All right, so
Yeah, but those are what Crotch Crickets are, and that's why you join the stream, because we give you that information that's breaking, information that you need to know. Very important.
Yes, so note to everybody, if you do watch a DCA live stream on Fridays, eat before.
Eat
Don't
before. Do not eat during the live stream, because I don't know, it might turn into some other type of insect
here is the
STD thing.
Here's the picture of the burnt back of the motherboard, the back side. You guys can see that. That's what happened after.
And that's on the Plexi too, right? So
That's
that was,
on the
that was a
Plexi.
nice flash.
So yeah, you couldn't really see anything from in there. Give me 1 second.
That's what 20 amp shorting out will do.
Oh, only?
So that's
Oh,
what it looks
not
like
bad.
between the plexi, right there. And then
Well, if it's the MOSFETs I think they are that I quickly referenced, they're only rated for 14 amps.
right
so.
here too, though.
Oh,
is,
man.
Fred. I don't know if you guys see
Wow. Yeah, that's
That's
pretty
one of the,
severe, man.
Yeah, that's right next to the Molex
this-
connector, the 12-volt line.
that. All right, so just so nobody else does the same stuff, right? This right here is the one you don't want to plug into, except for to control a separate PSU. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, a separate PSU. That's
Okay.
it.
Remember, plug into
This-
the one closest to the voltage display.
This is the SATA you use for power out. You will just backfeed
I don't
it from your
even know
board.
much about that easy chaining power supplies. Before you even attempt that, I would suggest you contacting Parallel Miner for the correct way of connecting that.
That is the best way to do it, guys. Do your own research.
All right, guys, don't rub it in.
ChumpchagedXD said you need a new segment called Cooking With.
yes, we should do that.
Cooking with blue smoke.
Well,
Oh.
that is thankfully the first time I've dealt with smoke. So on a motherboard.
Very distinct smell.
I gotta give a little bit of education here, guys. So for those of you that don't know how electronics work, okay? So there's a special factory and they manufacture the magic electronic smoke, okay? So they take this smoke and they squeeze it into the electronics. Now, if you drop the device, you crack it or whatever, the smoke gets out. It doesn't work anymore. If you burn it, the smoke gets out. It doesn't work anymore. Either way, as long as the smoke stays in, the electronics will still work. In fact, that's how every electronic device is designed. It's all a sham. It's all a conspiracy. They're just filled with smoke. Just little information for you guys. The magic
Well,
electronic smoke.
that place you're talking about, they don't only manufacture magic smoke. They also have another division. It's called blinker fluid.
Have you seen that YouTube video? That's the funniest thing.
Yeah.
Blinker fluid.
She's
I
like,
think
"Do they make it?"
I got my license plate rotation when I got my last blinker fluid changed.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want them to wear out unevenly. You want to change them front to back, so that way after 30,000 miles, you wear them out evenly.
The girl was so pissed in that video. So pissed.
Rabid says that Parallel Miner is calling him on Monday if you had more questions. He says the mullet number 4 is the one that you use. Okay.
Oh, that's good to know. Very good to know. Speaking of which, if you guys are watching the YouTube stream or any restream, make sure you guys hit that like button, guys. It really does help with the YouTube algorithm. Get subscribed to all of our channels here. There's a whole bunch of us in this community. None of us are solo. We don't do this by ourselves. This all only works because of you guys. So the more you guys hit that like button, the more you guys get subscribed, the more content we can bring you guys. And Crotch Crickets. So
This is never gonna go away.
it's never gonna go away now.
I forgot to mute my.
I'm gonna put that link in the description just so people don't miss it.
Yeah.
I gotta find it now. Where the hell did it go?
By the way, if you do purchase from Doge Lord, it does support your local cryptocurrency mining, cryptocurrency information
It
YouTubers.
does. He is
So-
one of us.
He is one of us. He is not one of these corporate entities like. Actually, I can't say that. I'll probably get in trouble. So it's not one of these corporate entities that we may or may not have allegedly talked about earlier. Allegedly.
Corporate and I can't speak now. The corporate entity that must not be named.
Corporate entity that must not be named.
Voldemort Incorporated.
LLC.
Oh, Voldemort Incorporated. Is that a website? I need to trademark that.
Quick, buy it up for $10. GoDaddy.
Yeah, go
Over $1 million.
GoDaddy. Welcome to Voldemort Incorporated. We promise not to steal your soul.
Alright, what else we got?
Well, so now we're just gonna go ahead and go through all the questions and comments that we have, and then we'll go into the open chat.
Alright, what
You
do
have
we
any
got?
questions?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm bringing up the YouTube chat now.
Yeah, actually, Sam's wants to know when would Chump Change will be showing camera.
Oh, probably never.
Yeah, probably.
Trust me, guys.
Honestly, I don't know. I was thinking about it, but it's one of those things. So like, I personally own a business, and I'm trying to keep it separate from what I do on the daily, which is my reasoning to not showing my face. So
Yeah,
that's
guys.
that.
I mean, it's kind
I'm
of
just
the
being
same
honest.
reason why.
That's the honesty.
So same reason why RPM doesn't show his face. I mean, he's just that handsome. If we were to see his face, we just have heart attacks, and he doesn't want to be liable for that, guys. I mean,
Mass exodus of
Yeah.
unsubs from.
So is that why he only RPM only shows his feet anyway?
well, I mean,
Him and those mandals.
we're only worthy of seeing his feet. Anything more than his feet is just we're just not worthy for that.
Well, it's funny because it was when he was getting that big shipment of cards in from what's his face, and he
Yeah,
showed his
Ghost
feet, and
Biscuits.
everyone who's watching the live stream just latched onto it like they've never seen feet before.
Dude, people are into that stuff. There's some weird stuff going around.
I mean, come on. Ever since that movie, Mr. Deeds, the second revision, not the first one, the second one. Ever since that came out, man, feet-related items have become more mainstream, as you can say.
Well, the only thing people didn't ask for that live stream, I'm surprised they didn't, was he had his feet right next to a bunch of 5700 XTs. I'm surprised he didn't try doing a panda foot with his big toe.
That's funny. I actually got to go watch that now. I don't know what stream that is. I'm not too.
What was it? Oh god, what's his name? Space Coats. He bought a bunch of Space Coats GPUs and he did a live unboxing for it.
Oh, that
That's
was
when he got
recent,
the
right?
yeah.
That was
That's
like
when he
this
got
year?
the water cooled.
3-4 weeks
Yeah.
ago.
You gave him like a
Oh,
water cooled block or whatever for it.
I
Oh
see
god,
this funny.
he razzed him so bad for it too.
I see this funny thing from Barry G in the live chat. it's a Canadian thing. Linus wears sandals too. You know how like they say it's a Jersey thing, you know? It's a Canadian thing.
No.
Linus wears
I wear sandals all the time. I don't know why. I wear mandals when I record, like
Well.
90% of the time.
And socks?
No, we call them mandals around here, right? And yes, I do. Yes, I do. Wear socks.
So you are, yeah, you're Canadian then.
What if you have hobbit feet? You gonna wear sandals then?
You know what
You don't need them then. You got hair on it with your feet.
you know what the worst part is?
The
The amount of times that I've walked out of the house with my sandals on, got in my truck, drove down the street, and then realized I forgot to put my damn boots on. I'm like, are you kidding
Can I
me?
do the panda fleek? No, I can't. I don't have anything with an open fan on it.
So you're not gonna panda flick a power supply.
I mean, I was gonna.
Stop being ridiculous.
I was gonna panda flick this, but you know this has no fans on it, so that would just
Is that
cut
the
my finger.
3090 you broke?
No, that's that G20 ball for $20. That's a filler.
You mean this one? This one right here?
Yeah.
This guy. This is a really nice GPU. It's actually an NVIDIA. Just joking. It's
What are you
NVIDIA
doing with that?
Tesla.
Why do you have them? Did you buy them recently, or have you had them for a while?
Oh, these, yeah. So these are my stand-ins for PCIe slot references. They still work, but obviously they're not very profitable. I got them for $20, so
Oh,
I use this when I'm measuring stuff up. I use this as a check to make sure everything's right. Because if I drop this, I don't care. If I
Right.
drop a 3090, I'm gonna be bumming.
Obviously, because you just
Drop
dropped
it. On
Look,
live.
I'm not
Well,
Linus,
he
okay?
actually dropped a 3060 last week.
Yeah. I did. Oh, that made my heart skip a little bit. Just
Yeah.
a little bit. It's actually in the computer. It's in my streaming PC right now. I took it off the desk to make more room for my torch, my camera, stuff like that.
the bug killer.
That was the bug killer.
It's my bug killer. It's very effective.
Just
Don't
use
judge me.
use it on crotch critters.
What if you have a flaming fly hit something that starts on fire, like Pikachu in the back?
Well, Pikachu would just melt. Oh, sorry, Pikachu would just melt and be sad.
I don't know. Why
I didn't think they made them fireproof.
There he is.
Look,
There you
look, Pikachu. See? Just the regular Pikachu. He's just sleeping. See, he's just chill. That's all he is. He's just.
We
just
don't
chill.
want to know why you own that.
Anime, man. Anime. It's this thing.
For the children of his future.
Children of my future, right? Like that's gonna happen. No girls out there want me. They just see me and go whoop. So
He's got better hair than me.
yeah,
They can't do your hair, so they're gonna.
my hair can't be better than theirs, right? Oh, by the way, guys, so a little update on my 3090 mining rig that I'm working on. That's in the project, in the secret project. So one of my 3090s actually kind of died.
What?
So remember that one that I was putting the heat sinks on?
Yes.
Yeah. So something on it broke. Don't work very well no more. It's
Did
not
you
happy.
you hit anything with those heat sinks? How you're
oh, no,
floating
no.
it over the middle?
No, there's no shorts. So I actually kind of looked at it. I kind of almost took it apart, but I didn't go that far. So it turns out that the factory on those specific EVGA for the Win 3s, which are so on these cards right here, these specific cards,
Yep.
they use not only thermal pads, but they also use thermal putty. Now, thermal putty is, in my opinion, inferior to thermal pads because it just basically stays in a very viscous putty state the whole time. So what happened was the card was made incorrectly from the factory. So remember I said that card always ran hot?
Yes.
So I guess it ran hot too long, and when I put the heat sinks on it, it kept it cooler, yes, but because it wasn't making good contact because of the thermal putty was bad, and it wasn't tight enough or whatever, the card started to develop issues.
So now, did you send that back for an RMA or?
No, actually, so I did not know this. You can actually do a cross ship with EVGA. So what they're doing right now, I already submitted collateral. How it works, you go through the process of submitting an RMA just like any other GPU.
Yeah.
Give them your serial number. You go through the chat. You let them know what's up. they approve your RMA, then you have the option to do it two ways: the standard and the cross ship. So the cross ship, you basically pay for another video card, full price. You pay for it. They ship you the RMA card, and after you get that, you ship them back your card. Now, it's really nice because you're never down. You never are without a GPU. So I already paid for it. I already submitted collateral, and a GPU is on its way. I should get it sometime at the end of next week.
So what? You just pay them in full for a new one, and then they return the money when you send it back?
Yeah, they just refund your money after they receive the RMA card.
So now you just send this to Matt Electron. He'll fix it right up, and there you go. You get another 3090. You're not standing in line. No micro center BS.
You know, if I ever get
Fixing
sponsored,
an 8-pin little chip is one thing. Fixing a BGA memory chip.
Hey, I believe in you.
A little bit more.
I've seen your videos. I know what you can do.
We know what
I can
you
torch
do,
it
man.
off. I don't know if I want to put it back on. I don't
Right.
like playing with BGA stuff.
We have a question from Barry G. He wants to know, the Micro Center regulars, what is your favorite non-tech product that Micro Center sells?
Oh, they're thumb drives, 100% thumb drives.
How is that not tech?
Huh? Oh, because they don't work. It's. I mean, yeah, it's a thumb drive, but like.
I was going to say Monster Energy, but okay.
Do they sell anything that's non-tech?
Hey, they sell 3D printers, actually. I'm
That's
pretty
tech,
sure.
though.
Oh, is it?
Still
Yeah, I
tech.
guess. Damn it.
Yeah, they sell M&Ms, candy.
You know what they sell that's not tech? I know exactly what they sell that's not tech. In fact, they try to sell it to you every time: a warranty and a service plan. Hey, you know, I want to buy this. You know, I want to buy this mouse. You know, this mouse. Oh, would you like a 5-year warranty or service plan with that $2 mouse? I mean, if anything were to happen to that mouse, you could just come right in and get a new one. Don't have to go through the manufacturer, and it's covered up to 2 years.
And it's only
On the
$35.
process, I'm going to choke you with this cord.
Yeah.
How much does the warranty cost? $5. Wait, $5? Yes. So for the same amount of money, I could just buy another mouse. Or you could come in and use this warranty, and it's much more convenient. And please take it because I need to get paid.
More or less.
Yeah, I mean, the guys do
Are they
work
commission?
there, so actually, I don't know. I actually don't know that. I wouldn't be surprised if they were because of the aggressive marketing, but I mean, they do got to make money, so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Makes sense.
Do we have another question? I thought I saw another question
Do we?
earlier.
No.
Oh, what happened to that 3090? Yeah, I already answered that.
The Avenger said his ASRock H81 motherboard died after 1 day.
One day. Man,
Yeah.
that's some bad luck, bro.
That sounds like me plugging stuff in wrong. What happened? You gotta give us some rundown on that. Wondering if it's bad or if something was plugged in wrong.
Yeah, that sounds pretty bad. That's
Don't be
tough
shy.
luck.
Don't be shy. I just ruined
H81
something totally
is
brand
also
new.
a really old chipset.
Yeah, I don't do
yeah,
anything
yeah.
300 or under, actually. That's my limit for chipsets right now.
I'm actually okay with the Zotac I have. What is it, the B150? Yeah, B150 or B250. 7th gen Intel, I've never had a problem with it, really.
Oh, wow, that's pretty good.
Until
actually,
I fried that ITX motherboard last week.
is that the one you tried drilling into or something?
No, I put the water block on the wrong way and put the little protective rings on it. And
Oh, yeah,
straight on top of it.
that's right.
I was
Yeah.
distracted at the moment, and I forgot to put them on.
You know, so when I was building a test bench, it came with the same things. Because I use, I don't have them right here, but I use passive heat sinks. I don't use the fans. And they came with the same things. I almost forgot to put them on. I was like, oh, mining motherboards are like $400 a piece right now, man. I better not mess this up.
Yeah, right. So we have the Avengers also wondering what everybody pays for electricity. I am actually wondering that myself in this new location. I have no idea, but my old location was absolutely miserable, and it's not too far away, so I'm assuming it's going to be close to the same. It's literally like 22 cents. No joke. My electric
Wow,
bill is
22
disgusting.
cents.
I think I'm
It's
paying
disgusting.
7 cents or it's like 7 to 9 cents or something like that in the Chicago area.
Dude, Doge
Now,
Lord
is
knows
that-
what I'm doing. He's got 21
That's pretty
cents.
nice.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but is that 7 cents with power and delivery, or just the power?
The guy
Yes.
comes with it in a bucket and he kind of brings it to the house. And,
Oh wow, that's pretty
yeah,
nice.
Yeah. So
Personal
you know,
door-to-door service.
my electric bills kind of calmed down a lot, and my wife's happy about that. So, you know.
There you go.
So why don't we do?
Delaware,
Why don't we go through the list here? What does everyone in the group here pay for electricity? So we just heard from them. Who's next?
well, Delaware here in Delmarva Power, it's 10 cents kilowatt
Oh,
power and delivery.
that's pretty decent. So
Yeah.
that's
That's
the
awesome.
average.
If
Yeah.
I were you
Yeah.
guys, I wouldn't answer. Shinji's trying to dox you right now.
What? Whoa! Whoa! I already know
Taking
where you
notes.
guys live. Don't worry
Put
about
the
it.
pen down.
I have a pen.
I'm
He's going to
watching
come
you,
with an
Shinji.
extension cord and run it down to his.
You know what I'm gonna come after you with? Where is it? I'm gonna come after you with this thing right here. This thing. This piece
The
of
old
technology.
razor. Look at that thing. What are you doing with that thing? You mining Bitcoin? What are you doing?
No, nothing like that.
We do have one more question. Does anybody who wants to talk about grow tents? Basically, you guys ever use any of them? Any type of grow tent?
Ooh.
Not for weed.
Oh.
gross.
Okay. Well, now that that's been clarified. So let's see.
I personally never used
The only
one.
way I don't use a grow tent, I'm right in the basement where it's always cold. The only time I can see that possibly useful is when you want to keep them outside in a covered area, so it's not directly exposed to the elements, but you still got to
keep talking.
protect it
Yeah.
from everything.
Yeah, you still got moisture issues and stuff, right? Like
And
I
bugs.
assume. And yeah,
You would
bugs.
think, but I cannot remember the miner on YouTube. He lives down in Florida, and he actually has like 2 or 3 3-foot cubes that he puts out on his back deck.
I saw
Oh,
that
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
That was a couple years ago.
2 times.
Really?
Yeah,
I wonder if I
and
got an
he hasn't had a
H110
problem
from
with
him.
it because the airflow is so much. I guess the
Right.
moisture doesn't have a chance to really sit on anything.
Yeah. No, that's a 2-ton hasher.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose as long as it's filtered, it doesn't really matter, right?
I don't know, man. That would still
If
kind
it's
of.
outside, definitely filter.
Oh,
yeah.
I think he had built-in filters on the box itself.
Yeah, that guy, yeah, he did. I don't know about grow tents. I just don't see the practicality for it.
Well, the idea
I mean-
is that all the heat would be trapped, and it would just be a one-way street for the heat. It won't spread into the room or the house or wherever you're in.
Yeah, I mean, like
That's
it's
the idea.
you want.
I
a
need
perfect,
room to
like,
get around my rigs.
direct line. Yeah, you want a direct line of like airflow. That's the biggest thing. So like that's why they're they're sought after, I guess. For
Yeah,
lack of a better
personally,
term.
I just leave mine next to the window, and I have a fan pulling out, and I have another window in a different part of my residence where the air comes in. And
Right.
even in the summer when it's like 100 degrees, 90 degrees out, my rigs get hot, but they don't crash or anything.
Right,
I mean, they still run.
right. Yeah,
Not
you just
really
need
been-
that
Never really been a
good
problem
cross. All
for me.
right.
The biggest thing is the evacuation of heat. So if your
Correct.
heat buildup, if the amount of wattage you're producing is not equal to the amount of wattage of heat you're pushing out of the space, that's when you have problems, because it'll start building up, and then you'll have the runaway effect with electronics, and that's really bad. That's when you start getting fires, and you definitely don't want that.
Correct.
All right, guys. So we are getting toward the end of the live stream here. We probably got about another 15 minutes. So we're just gonna start going into closing items. Was there anything that anyone wanted to talk about in our roundtable that wanted to interject?
Did we already go over RPM taking back his tweet or stuff like that? I can't remember if we already said that.
I kind of touched on it. So I
So
should
we're not
probably
going to be, we're not going to be doing that on April 1st. We're going to hold
Yep,
off
guys.
on switching.
So this part I can actually kind of say is that Misfits Mining has essentially been kind of neutral on this thing. But I personally am not going to be participating in the collaboration of hash rate to Ethermine on April 1st because of EIP 3368. It may potentially hurt that.
Yes. So
I
we're not
am
gonna. Yeah,
not
we're all
gonna
gonna
do
step
that.
back. Anyways, all the founders, myself, I
Yep.
assume Teaspoon, Shinji. Yeah, we're all gonna step back and let Bits be tripping, take over and see where it gets before anybody goes any further with that.
Well, sure, it freaked out everybody. So you know what? Let's let them work it out.
Well, I mean, let's put it this
Yeah,
way:
our voice was heard.
Yeah, our voice was heard, and that's the biggest thing. At least now, they know that we have power to at least do something, and they might not like it if we don't like what they are going to do. That's what I mean. Simple as that. But everybody's got to tread lightly
The
because it's
official thing
obviously
from RPM is that he's rescinding it. We're not going ahead with the April 1st.
right. We're not doing it.
51-hour switchover. That is done and over with.
Correct.
So
Right.
everyone, I mean, unless you were already on Ethermine to begin with, and that is your regular pool, don't switch over April 1st due to the fact that this new thing is going on.
Exactly.
And it seems that the Ethereum devs have heard us and they're willing to listen.
Yeah, I mean, it worked, guys. It worked. It actually worked. The threat worked, so we don't have to do it no more.
Wasn't a threat. Alleged.
And that's right.
Well,
Alleged.
with the promise. The promise worked.
Yeah, no, it
educational
did. We
promise
needed
worked.
to be heard, and that worked. So that's it.
Yeah.
End of story.
It was-
It's done.
The subject of the matter was accomplished, so
Yep.
our voices were heard. They are doing something about it.
Just want to make sure everybody
So-
knows that.
In the comments, Avengers 34, it is currently just a proposal. It has not been passed by the devs yet.
It has
But
not.
Red Panda is backing off from this demonstration to allow time for this new EIP to have a chance to go and pass by the devs.
Right. We don't want to burn a bridge before it gets built, more or less.
Exactly.
So
Especially if that bridge is going to keep it more profitable for us. I mean,
yeah.
I'm going to say it, part of the reason why I'm in mining is the profits. That is part of it. I'm not in it only for the profits because that would be ridiculous, but that is a nice incentive to have.
Absolutely.
Well, sure, us small-time miners that don't have large farms, the past 2 years have just been very low profits. And now, the past couple months, it's reaping the benefits. It's really been nice.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's really been nice. I mean,
yeah.
So I personally have about 800 mega hash at the moment because I sold some rigs. I'm testing some client rigs at the same time.
Well, you're going to sell your rigs, aren't you? When it tops off. Oh, sorry.
I might.
We're going to call that pulling a Shinji.
A Shinji, yes, Shinji. Actually, I might actually trademark that. A Shinji. So, anyways, I might sell them. We'll see. But I got some special parts on order from Cable Bond to make my rig extra sexy.
You got to fill your room up with some rigs. Show them off.
Oh, I can't. No, I'm gonna boil to death. There's only like 20 square feet in here.
You got a window fan.
Yeah, I suppose I could do that. But yeah, so just to recap, guys, Red Panda Mining is rescinding that action, and we are not following. All right, so we are not going to do that to give more time for EIP 3368 to try to go through its process, and hopefully it does get approved because it is a good compromise between going from one extreme to another.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
All right, so do we have any more questions in the chat, comments, concerns? If you have them, let us know now.
Doge Lord says, what if the consideration of the new EIP proposal was just a ploy to prevent batch consolidation, and then they plan on rolling out 1559 anyway?
Well, I mean, based on actions.
We can go all night on conspiracy theories. Let's just see what happens first.
Oh, you want to know a conspiracy theory? It's the maple crotch crickets, man. That's a conspiracy. I've only seen chocolate ones. They say there's maple ones in Canada. Okay? I've never been to Canada, but I heard that they're there.
Canada.
God damn it.
She had to unmute just
That made it so much better.
All right, guys.
The Avenger has a question here. He's asking what is the advantages of having or treating the crypto mining as a business?
Crypto Avenger, you might want to try to rephrase that a little bit. What do you mean by treating it as a business? Like tax-wise?
Yes, he actually mentioned it.
Yeah. So
What is the advantages?
basically, like if you treat it as a business, you basically have write-offs, if like more or less. So if you kind of have to go through the proper steps though. So like you got to talk to your accountant or whoever does your taxes. You got to register with the town or go into an LLC or whatever you decide to do. This is not financial advice, by the way, but you got to take the proper measures, and then you can reap certain benefits like writing off your equipment, writing off your electricity, writing off the square footage that your rigs are in. Like there's certain things you can do, but you need to talk to somebody that is a financial advisor or an accountant, in my opinion.
Also, it really matters how big you are. If you got hundreds of rigs or tens of rigs, then it might be a good idea. But if you're just got one or two rigs, I mean, the amount of money you would have to pay a financial advisor to take you through all this may not be worth it. But not financial advice. Do your own research. There are some advantages. Be your own financial advisor. Exactly.
She told me size didn't matter, Shinji.
Size?
Wait, what?
Wow. We're going there, huh? I mean, look, I know I'm rocking a 3060 here, right? But I want you to know that size really doesn't matter because I can always make up for it.
Hey, keep playing this. This is a family stream.
I'm talking about GPUs. What are you talking about?
Well, I wasn't looking, so you never know.
That was the big cricket.
See, now I'm gonna have to get a cricket thing and just like leave it somewhere random in the background.
I wish I had the audio of like a cricket chirping.
Now you got to 3D print pump change crickets.
I'll get on that
Maple
design right away.
Great
Perfect.
Baldini, you will do no such thing.
Just the face of Chum.
The file will be
I'll be
ready
finding
in an
crickets
hour.
all over the house.
I want those ones you can push the back down and they hop.
Oh yeah, that was a
Fucking
game.
Perfect. It was.
There you go.
Chum change, if I find these all over the house, you're definitely going to need that mug from Doge Lord.
Damn it. I'm gonna be sleeping in the studio in
now
no time.
because of this, I'm like basically obligated to go buy a shirt now. By the way, guys, go buy a shirt from DogeLord.com. They do support the crypto mining community and all of us here. All right.
Yes.
Unless we have any other questions, I'm gonna close out this stream.
Good night,
I
everyone.
think we're good, yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Good
Again,
timing.
everyone, I am TekShinji. We were joined today by Crypto Shape, Chumpchaged, Great Baldini, the one and only Teaspoon Miner, Pocket Change, the one and only Kind Rondi, and we're here with the Mad Engineering Letron Rick, and we are gonna sign off. Thanks for joining us on a live stream, guys. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next time.
See you later, guys.
See ya.